No, Bobby, no, please, no. Ah!
And cut. Bobby, I didn't mean cut her head off. Cut the scene.
I'm sorry. It's my first day on the job.
Oh, God, there's blood everywhere. Put it in the movie. Keep it. Grab it.
On to the next possession. Hello, TheFreeRotation Nation. Welcome to this current episode on haunted film sets and film production. I am Bibbles. I am joined by our wonderful legal presence, Becky.
It's current, but a classic. It's timeless. Hey.
It's Maybelline.
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybelline. Oh, it's early.
And our head director, Angela.
Anybody see my head? Bobby
No.
cut it off in the movie.
This is just talking heads.
Yeah.
You said your neck was bothering you.
That's true. No,
Yeah.
Oh my
true.
God, that would be funny if
That's true.
like the relief is I cut my head off.
Eh.
That's very nice.
But yeah, what inspired me to do this? We, it's spooky summer, and normally, pre-COVID, this would be the time where all the summer blockbusters are coming out. And
It would be such a good time. You could go sit in a cool movie theater, get some popcorn, drink a Diet Coke, get comfy in a chair that reclines, and watch all the movies.
yeah, and get a handy J in the dark.
Okay, well, that wasn't what we were talking about, but sure.
Never been to a porno theater?
No.
Oh, you're missing out. It's a good time.
I did in Birmingham. It's creepy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Was everything
Super
sticky?
dark. Well, I was afraid of that, so I left.
Oh.
yeah. I mean, of course it's gonna be sticky. That's not candy on the ground.
Oh, it's not crusty?
Why do you think Cards Against Humanity has a Why Am I Sticky card?
Oh. Oh.
No.
I like to talk about movies.
Yeah, and I found some well-known, haunted movie sets and some not well-known. Like I didn't want to put like The Exorcist on there because everyone knows fucked.
Yeah.
Poltergeist. Everyone knows it's fucked. Everyone knows The Omen's fucked, but I didn't realize how fucked it was.
It's weird that all of these movie sets are just haunted movies about things that have either legitimately happened or like apocalyptic ideas. And it's like, hey, guess what? We gonna make your movie set all fucked up.
Yeah, and this isn't like our episode where we talked about cursed movie sets, because that followed people
Yes.
after the movie. This is haunted locations.
Yeah, the only one that's closest is probably to that is The Omen, but it's still based on its material and stuff. It makes sense that something might have happened. But yeah, we're gonna start off with The Conjuring.
Boogity, 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 boogity.
Let's just all agree that every single movie in the Conjuring franchise has something fucked on set. Like I looked like from the first one to like The Curse of La Llorona, everything. I said that right. Yes. A little pat in the back for me. But everything like it's just been fucked from the beginning. Like every one of them has had strange events happen on and off set. But we're only going to discuss two of them, though it could be its own list.
And
on
they've
it.
done interviews like about this, especially the actresses. Like, holy shit balls.
Yeah, like for example, while filming The Conjuring, the Perrin family, the family that the movie is based off of, were on set, and a strong wind came up, and it seemed to swirl around them. But the members of the crew that were standing nearby, none of the trees were moving. It was just literally around them like a vortex.
And this is interesting, Bobby, to say this, because they did like a documentary when they were filming and the Perrin family came out and they were filming them. This is actually caught on film.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yes.
The sisters are standing out and suddenly they're like, whoosh.
Yeah.
They
Well,
said it's pretty normal here.
But the thing is that, I mean, let's talk about the whole Conjuring universe is based on actual,
Yeah.
not just documented, some undocumented, but actual legends that exist. It's not like some movie where somebody just came up with a random name. This is all stuff that allegedly happened in the past.
Yeah. Exactly. Agreed. And then just a couple days later, the hotel the actors and crew were staying at burned down,
oh.
and everyone had to be evacuated. Yeah.
Wow.
That's bad luck.
Yeah. And then James Wan, the movie's director, was working late one night, and his dog started growling at something. Like it was like, and it wasn't just growling; it was tracking it. It was around the fuck because he's in his office and it's a long hallway. The dog went into the hallway, started growling, came back, looked at the corner, started growling. It's fucking nuts. Like it was tracking something. It wasn't just
Right.
like, oh, it heard a noise, it heard growling.
Which is
No,
exactly
yeah.
a scene in the movie, by the
Yeah.
way. No, yeah.
And
No.
then, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was done.
Oh, no, go ahead, Beckles.
Well, I was going to say that generally if you ever see a dog growling, And there's a lot of talk about whenever there's a haunting going on with a dog. Generally, I don't know. To me, it's like sometimes I wonder if a dog is just looking at a bug. But if you are literally going out, coming back in, leaving the area because you think there's something there, I don't know if I would be comfortable staying in my office at that point if I saw my dog doing that.
Yeah.
And remember, this is this entity's MO because in the movie, which was based on real story. I mean, based on, not everything is going to be real.
You gotta spice it up for the movie.
Yeah.
I get it.
Right. You can't show slice of life or a horror movie for the entire hour.
It'd be super boring. Like, you've got, 48 days of nothing and, 5 minutes of heavy demonic activity.
Yeah.
Still horrifying, but, you know, I don't want to sit there and watch you poop for, an hour in a movie theater. But, the paranormal investigator who helped this family, this entity came into her home and her dog kept it out of her room. Remember this part of the movie? He'd look down the hall and then he'd come in and then he'd go in the hall and it actually attacked her dog spiritually.
Mm-hmm. I actually really like The Conjuring as a movie, except for the last third, because it just starts to do an Exorcist ripoff.
Yeah, that was I think what made The Conjuring so scary was the idea that it was just completely unknown what was happening. And, just the idea that moving into a random house or being in this house, you have no idea what's happening. You don't know if it's real. You don't know if you're just going crazy. You're out in the middle of nowhere. And then it suddenly becomes demonic. It's like, well, that's kind of lame, but I mean, I understand that it's based on what actually happened, but I feel like it's always the cop out to go to, it's a scary demonic entity, guys, it's coming for us.
That's why the word insidious really does apply to demonic activity, because it starts so slowly and you're like, it's just gravity. That cabinet door opened and a cup fell out.
Now, I would just like to say I thought Insidious was better than Conjuring.
Insidious was amazing.
I liked Insidious's
but I liked Conjuring better.
Ending better because it wasn't a bunch of jump scares.
True. I felt like it just built up the dread a lot better.
I like the characters in The Conjuring more because they actually felt more fleshed up.
But closer and closer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The home videos.
The fucking red thing.
Oh,
no, is that Insidious? No, fuck, I'm getting things confused.
Insidious was the dad who saw the demon on film, right?
Yes.
And as he watched these home movies, the demon gets closer and closer.
I think that's what it is.
Possesses the children and they kill the
parents. No, that's Sinister.
Oh, that's Sinister.
Insidious is the one with the red demon thing that pisses, the whole kid.
Oh, I always get them mixed up.
You're
Sinister.
fine.
Sinister is the one that's scary.
They both sound, the names are fucking very close.
But I did Insidious. What was Insidious?
That was the one with the, it had Patrick Wilson from The Conjuring in it, and it was his kid was getting fucked with, and it was that red thing that had the
tiptoe to the Insidious is part of the Conjuring universe.
In a way,
so,
yeah. Yeah, remember Tiptoe to the Tulips?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that one.
To the window.
Yeah.
Fuck that song. And also, I tricked you. The Exorcist is on this list.
I was about to say, I think I'm pretty sure I saw that, but you know what? Sometimes I read bad.
I read bad all the time. But another movie in the Conjuring universe that I have not seen yet.
Wait, you said you forgot Vera.
You forgot a very important one.
I did. I'm sorry. I got all jazzed up. I didn't do cocaine yesterday, so you should be proud of me. But Vera Farmiga, that's fucking spicy. Ole. Who played the role of a paranormal investigator, refused to take the script home with her because it made her feel, uneasy. And she couldn't read at night because she became paralyzed by fear when she tried. But she does remember opening her laptop once and seeing 3 slashes across the screen. And legit slashes, not she had to go buy a new laptop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was part of the documentary, too.
Yeah. It wasn't you put, you touch your laptop, it's got that little indent of your fingers from it. No, it's legit,
it was clawed.
Yeah.
The screen was gone.
Did she have pictures of it somewhere?
It's on the documentary. It's literally on that film. We watched that documentary.
Did we? Are you sure you didn't watch it without me?
I'm positive.
Okay. Maybe I forgot because I was possessed.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Insidious.
I'll show you something insidious.
Oh. That's his penis.
No, I was going to show you the anal crabs.
Oh.
Yeah. They're real mean.
Are they named?
Not yet. There's so many. It's hard.
Yeah.
I like my penis. But anyway.
Anal fissures.
The neck. I don't shove big things in my butt anymore.
Oh.
The next one in the Conjuring universe is Annabelle Comes Home, which I have not seen because fuck dolls.
We have seen all of the Annabelle movies, and I will tell you 100%. I get why they use the creepy doll version instead of the actual Annabelle doll, because the Annabelle doll is a rag doll. I'm going to tell you, I think a rag doll is creepier than any fucking looking porcelain-ass doll. Yeah. I mean, I get the realism, but can you imagine you got a little raggy-ass Annabelle, Raggedy Ann doll running at your ass, and you're chasing you with a knife?
That's what makes scarier. The doll standing up so much more intent, because it's a rag doll.
Yeah.
Those Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls, they can't stand.
Also, that doll is fucking huge in real life. That thing is massive. God damn. That
can
thing
you imagine it choking you out? Oh, God, I'm getting so creeped out. We got to stop talking about
Annabelle be swole.
Do you even lift Annabelle? Why, yes, I do.
Yeah. But according to production notes, a piano bench in the artifacts room moved overnight on several occasions, like moved significantly, not like an inch, no, like would be like here. I know the listeners can't hear this, but it would move like several feet over, and you could like people could hear it fucking dragging, like the cleaning crew could hear it moving. It's like
Right.
fuck that. But it was like when no crew members were working and the stage was locked. So
it doesn't make any sense that it would be moving without it. I would be putting security cameras in places like, okay, we gotta catch this shit. This is what's happening.
well, the thing is with Warner Brothers, they don't give a shit. They're fucking gonna make. They don't care if the place is haunted. Like fuck it.
Like,
Wrap it. We're gonna make $1 million. Well, no, like $1 billion. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we don't need to see the creepy stuff. We'll make money anyways.
And then when a journalist visited the set, his watch went haywire and it was just fucking spinning and jumping ahead, jumping back. But when he put it on the next day, time was accurate and everything was back to normal. So it's just like while he was on set, went bananas. But when he got home, it was fine. Like, and if it was a battery thing, it would still be going haywire, not working when he got home.
Right. Yeah, that is a little. Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah. And then Grace, who plays the 10-year-old Judy Warren, experienced things like her power went out in her trailer, doors that she found open that had been shut. A shadowy figure was asleep in one of the empty rooms on location. Just some real creepy shit.
Can you imagine being 10 years old and you're like, hey, there's a creepy figure. I'm making the scary movie, and now there's creepy shadow figures in my place.
Fuck that shit. And then she'd also got gifted like a really cool like rosary. And one day while she was wearing it, the crucifix just fell off. Didn't break, just like she was literally standing there, just fell off.
And y'all know how like strong it's really impossible for the crucifix to fall off without the whole rosary beads coming undone.
Yeah. So bad clasp question? I'm just kidding.
I mean, maybe, but combined with
just
everything
suspicious.
else,
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, with stuff like this, which I know there's a little bit more on this, but, like, why is it specific movies like this that are haunted and not, like, if you're on the Warner Brothers set, why is that not happening to every movie shot on that?
I guess it's just the energy that's brought in because it's. I feel like it's similar to like an Ouija board because you're because not even in just so much that it's like you're not supposed to talk about skinwalkers because you grab the attention of it. I feel it's like that we're talking about demonic
and also,
presences
like,
and everything.
Think of like the final nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Freddy starts coming to life because people stop believing except Nancy, the girl who played Nancy, truly believes Freddy because he is a real person.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the entire story is based on a true story. And that ghost is a real ghost that exists in a ghost town. Everybody left that town.
Yeah.
So he starts coming to life because her fear and belief is so real in him. And her fear of even leaving her home, her agoraphobia is so real that she summons him. So you think you've got like a production crew, a couple hundred people plus the cast. And all of these people are putting all their energy. It's almost like a seance summoning something.
Right. Well, and you kind of, I guess that makes sense.
And like you're saying these words, and even though it's a script, words have power.
Yes.
So you're saying these things.
Well, and I guess the argument could also be that, especially with movies like Annabelle and like The Conjuring that are actually based on real events that occurred, you're putting, it's like Macbeth almost. Like you're putting the energy back out for these realistic things that exist. And it's like, hey, you calling me
Speaking
girl?
of a haunted stage and play.
Yes, because you have to say something right, or else everything goes. I don't know the.
Well, I think that's the OG haunted production is Macbeth.
Yeah, so this just proves that like centuries, there you can bring energy with performances. And think about shamans and rituals. It's just it's performance art.
There's some theater, and I forgot what it was. I forget where it is. It's somewhere in the States, but there's a ghost there, and every time the ghost appears right before a show, the show goes great without a hitch. When the ghost doesn't appear, bad things happen.
Well, and I guess that's kind of a ritual thing too. Is it's like you're not really scared of this ghost. It's like the good luck omen of the good luck omen omen.
Now I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you youngins.
But
back in the 80s, during the Satanic Panic, my mother was a Pentecostal before she became a Jehovah's Witness. And one of the things the Pentecostal church truly disbelieves in is people banging drums because drums are ritualized. So something about the beat and cadence, you can summon things accidentally. Now, keep in mind this was during the Satanic Panic.
Yeah.
Right.
And that music is summoning demons.
So what you're telling me is I'm going to lock a bunch of Pentecostals in a church and start playing the Little Drummer Boy Christmas album. Just all the different mixes.
I always thought about that when I was a kid. I'm like, but you have a Jesus song called Little Drummer Boy who's playing his drum for Jesus in a synchronized ritualistic way.
Yeah, summon angels. But then Grace, the same little girl, also bought a new camera. She tried taking a picture of Annabelle. Nope, just comes out black. Every time she did it, just comes out black.
Every time. Same
thing with Patrick Wilson. He had like a cross on him. Was wearing a cross, blacked out. every time.
Here's the thing about Patrick Wilson, though. He's been in enough movies at this point that I do believe he's possessed.
Oh, I think that they follow him. They're like, which is.
Oh yeah, because he's been in let's see, Insidious, Conjuring 1 and 2, this, and he was in the Twilight.
He got wonky in Insidious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, and
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
oh,
people.
he was also in that circle about not the circle, the Stephen King movie on Netflix. Where
In the Tall Grass.
in the Tall Grass,
Oh,
yeah.
I did not like that movie. I felt like it would have been better as like a Twilight Zone episode. It just went too long.
I think they were trying to make money off of what was the one we watched?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Gerald's
about.
Game?
Yeah, Gerald's Game.
Well, the story it's based off of in Tall Grass is only like 30 pages long, so you had to fucking stretch that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Sometimes you can be like, I think they should just do an anthology of Stephen King short stories, and that would be better.
They did that. TNT had a show called Nightmares and Dreamscapes.
Oh yeah,
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 they
yeah.
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it because I was like, I was a little poop
They've done
happy.
a lot of his stuff in the Storm of the Century.
Storm
Right.
City is so good.
Yeah.
Like besides the wonky CGI, which is fair, it's a fucking but like the acting in the movie is on
Yeah,
fucking. It's
it
real
is.
good.
Well, I was just thinking.
And Needful Things, didn't they do Needful Things as well?
Yeah, they did. It was actually a movie,
Yeah.
but that was like that movie's pretty good too. Minus again the shoddy CGI.
I just think that what I hope that Angie makes that the title of this episode. Patrick Wilson is possessed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's gotta happen. The other thing about Annabelle Comes Home is this was one of my favorite movies because it didn't have pop-up scenes.
Yeah.
It was absolute dread and fear that built and built and built. And then you're just like, oh my God, it's going to get them. It's going to get them. It's going to get them. And there was other scenes like during this whole like documentary on this series, the Annabelle series, it said, and they kept this in the movie, there's a cup on the table. And you may remember this. It was supposed to be like a slice of cake that moved. Remember she poured her cup of milk in a cake? Well, the cup just goes, meep, and falls off the table. Well, that was real.
Oh fuck.
Remember they said later, like,
Yeah.
that's why the girl's looking genuine fear, like, what the fuck?
Well, and the thing is, like, I think what is scary about this is if you know any history about the Warrens and this artifacts room that Annabelle lives in, like, the fact that this movie is about all of that stuff that is locked away in order to keep people from having these, like, horribly demonic items out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl's just like, let's go check
Just
it out.
opens the door and she goes to that piano bench
Yeah.
to look at the pictures on it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, that this is all bad shit. Like, even if you don't believe in ghost stuff, sometimes you just avoid the ghost stuff, just in case.
Just leave it alone. But she was so obsessed with getting in there.
But going on to your thing, that's why I like the first Conjuring so much, because there are jump scares, but they're earned because there's a build up. It's not
That's
like
right.
like the thing that pisses me off at horror movies so much where they do like the random jump scare. Oh,
And the
it's a fucking
music,
cat.
And
Yeah,
you get more scared because the music.
not the actual scare.
Yeah,
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I really like the end of Annabelle Comes Home. Like when
I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil. I might watch it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I think
Sorry.
you'd really like Bobby. I love it. I won't spoil it at all because I'm not gonna say anything because it really would give a lot of stuff away.
Because that's the one. That's the only one that where like Patrick Wilson and what's her face are actually in it for some parts and like the end.
Right.
That's why I like those
Yeah,
characters.
They leave to go on vacation and then they come back and they're like,
Well, and I think it's like, to me, what I've noticed about the Conjuring movies, the ones that are actually follow the Warrens' like involvement and stuff are actually pretty good. The Nun, I wasn't a big fan of The Nun. It felt like it was like,
it's more pop-up scares.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
somebody just took the idea of what it was in the Conjuring movies and then just put it somewhere else and tried to make a movie on it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna follow the Conjuring, it's just Conjuring is good at building dread. That's what I think a good scary movie that's paranormal based is really good at.
Yeah.
I'm not a big gore
Because
fan.
it makes your imagination be like, what is that? I bet it's
Yeah.
this. And I
Yeah.
bet it's hanging from the ceiling in pajamas.
Or you see something, the actor or the character is not seeing something that you're seeing, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, that could really happen in real life.
God bless James Wan for being a good horror director.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on out of the Conjuring universe and go into a
Ooh.
classic,
This one's
The Omen.
terrifying.
Or as the porn is called, The Homan. That was a bad joke.
But yeah, there was a lot of fuck shit that happened on this set. I didn't write this down, but even beforehand, as like Gregory Peck and one of the other co-stars was flying towards the set like on a private plane, yeah, I get hit by lightning 3 times.
Yeah, it's like at that point, are you not realizing there's a sign, like the movie The Sign?
Yeah.
But like, I would think at that point, I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling this so much at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah, like you know how hard it is for a plane to get hit by lightning once, but 3 times in the same fucking
Oh
flight.
yeah.
That's a big deal.
And like you might think, oh, the lightning follows it, but planes fly so fast.
Exactly.
It's not in the place it was when the lightning would even think about hitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But one the So here's a couple of things that happened on set. The trained stunt dogs freaked out and turned on the wrangler. And you know how close these animals are to the wrangler. They spend all the time together. And they attacked him so viciously, it injured him even through his animal protection suit.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, they've got to be fucking frothing.
Well, yeah, especially if you have animals that you have trained specifically to do something for a dog, especially a dog.
Yeah.
Like, dogs are so, like,
loyal.
Yeah, well, they're not even just loyal. It's like, as long as you've behaviorally reinforced something so much to them, they generally don't act on it unless something's
training.
Right. Yeah. Unless something, I guess, acutely different happens.
This is also like a big difference between dogs and cats. And I don't have any backup or basis for this, but it always seems to be dogs that are susceptible to getting like a demonic, not possession, but like, what's that called? Influence.
Yes.
A cat will be like, oh, there's some shit in the corner. I mean, I don't give a fuck. It's going to get you, but it is there.
Probably why Egyptians worshipped cats because of the dead, because they're just like, fuck that shit.
That's why Bast was a cat and guarded, the land of the dead, because
she gave no shit.
And then Anubis, he's just like, come on up to the world.
Yeah.
Then a hotel that producer Mace Newfield, some fucking awesome names, Neufeld, stayed in was bombed by the IRA.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
That's some bad luck.
Yeah. Oh, it gets better. A private plane that the crew hired to transport props and set pieces mysteriously went down, colliding into another vehicle on the highway when it tried to land, killing everybody on board.
Holy shit, that's like.
Do you know how hard it is for like with all the space, even on a highway, for a plane to fucking land and then also collide into a fucking car? It's bananas.
Especially, like, a plane's much bigger than a car. How do you die? You would think that it would just roll right over the car.
Yeah, or the person driving the car would get out of the way, but you don't know.
Well, that's just like the most.
If it's Satan behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Satan's directing both of them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Satan takes
Alf
the wheel.
Joint. Alf Joint. That's a hell of a name. A stuntman working on the film got injured on the set of his next movie when he fell awkwardly from the top of a building during a stunt, claiming he was felt pushed by unseen force.
Now, I've heard a lot of stunt people talk about, like, they'll get injured on set, and it's something like, I felt pushed, or something told me, like, we've talked about the abyss.
The call of the abyss.
Yeah, but it's like, I jumped because I knew, like, something was telling me I needed to jump. Like, to me, that's the scariest part of some of these, like, stunt people work is, like, what happens if there is something, like, just making you do it?
Yeah. Liz Moore, one of the designers for the film, was in a car accident with special effects coordinator John Richardson. And on a weird note, the car was traveling to the Dutch town of Omen at the time.
Ommen?
Yeah.
That's just bad. That is some bad, unfortunate luck all the way around.
And it was getting so bad that producer Harvey Bernhard started wearing a cross on set out of fear. And he was like, the devil was at work and he didn't want that film made. Yeah.
You would think, though, like, with The Omen, he would want the film to be made. It's about, like...
Yeah, but I think it educates people.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I don't know. Or maybe it's just... I don't think evil really has a rhyme or reason sometimes.
It's chaotic evil. It's totally a thing.
It's insidious.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm also wondering, like, stuff like these remakes of, like, The Omen and stuff, do they have as much problems, or is it just these original, like, storylines that have these problems?
Again, this isn't on my list, but Amityville, the original Amityville Horror, had, like, a couple small things, but the remake, while they were filming, a dead body washed up on the shore, and then... for like days on end, Ryan Reynolds and a lot of the rest of the cast would wake up at 3:15 every fucking morning.
I don't know about all
Insidious and sinister.
Right.
Like these words.
It's Patrick Wilson.
We forget the meanings of these words,
Yeah.
but there's a reason that these words.
Well, and then you think about, like, let's say, like, with
that.
Insidious or Sinister, you're talking about legitimate demons that exist. Like, these aren't just made up names. Like, well, some of them could be like Kabookadookadoo or something like that. Come up with something stupid.
The Babadook.
The Babadook. Babadook was interesting, but
Babadook's best gay demon.
that's very true.
Yeah.
But, like, you would think, I guess you're thinking about it, like, you are saying these names over and over and over and over again. So sooner or later, it's like, if they do exist, they're like, what you want, bitch? Oh, okay.
Right.
I think they sound like old men.
Oh, okay.
Fair. This is one that's not talked about at all, but it was very interesting. Okay, so the movie's called The Ghost of Goodnight Lane, but how it's based off of all these strange happenings on a soundstage in a Texas-based production group called Media World Company. And for a long time, since 2010, they've had all these issues when filming there. And among things that happened, there were multiple kinds of equipment moving, going missing, lights flickering, or even like a full body apparition. And these occurrences became the basis of a screenplay by producer Alan Bajan for the film called The Ghost of Goodnight Lane. Not a great movie, but once filming began, the activity intensified with lighting equipment falling from the ceiling and crew members hearing disembodied voices. I just thought that was interesting. Like, there's a movie based off paranormal events on a film set, and then the film itself also has fucked shit going on as well.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you've just set yourself up for failure at that point anyways. Like, you're basing your entire movie off this set, and then you're going to film on the set, and then you expect nothing to happen on the set. Like, I would think at that point, what you said the movie wasn't very good.
No, but it does star God's Gift for the World, Billy Zane.
Oh, does it? Oh, so it's more recent. It's not like an older movie.
No, it's like I think 2018 came out in.
I was about to say, because at that point, I think that would be a good, like, documentary to do, is, like, all of the legend and lore behind this place, and call it that.
Poor Billy Zane, the only person that was in Titanic that didn't get a really good career.
You know what? Wasn't he in The Mummy? Was he the one in The Mummy?
No, he looks like him, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that guy was...
You mean Brendan Fraser?
No, she's talking about the person that looks like...
Imhotep.
He looks like Billy Zane.
It's
like the Egyptian version of Billy Zane.
Yeah. But it is kind of funny to think that he, like, played such he was actually very good in Titanic. Like, and he played this villain, and then nobody knows what really happened. He just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth.
Well, you shouldn't have tried to, like, control Rose, okay?
She didn't try to kill Leo either.
She was a strong, independent woman. They probably all could have survived if he just hadn't been an asshole.
No, Leo could have fit on that piece of wood.
Okay, so you need to, like, okay, never mind. We'll talk about this later. We're gonna
I think we need to recreate this at some point.
No, people have there's enough, and the wood has enough buoyancy to hold them both. They're just fucking stupid.
Yeah, but if you watched it like 2 minutes beforehand, when they both tried to get on it, the wood almost flew over. Like, what are you supposed to be thinking?
Well, I also think it's so cold. Like, there wasn't strength in his muscles to help him.
Rose, do something, goddammit. That fucking 15-year-old boy.
Use your body as a ladder. Come on.
That 15-year-old boy loves you, and you're like twice his age.
Yeah.
Ew.
She could have, like, hooked her feet.
Yeah.
Help pull him up.
Yeah.
Something. Like, get his heart out of the water. Just get his heart up
And
out
don't
of the
throw
water.
that goddamn necklace in the water. That thing's worth money.
Well,
And the memories associated with
I
it. Like,
know.
what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I like
Dumb
how
bitch.
we're logicking out a movie about a ship that sank, and it's supposed to be, like, romantic. But we're like,
You
dumb
know what?
bitch.
A ship also sank in the Rose Leo ship. Get it?
Hey.
That's a ship. And then he could die. The ship sank. Anyways.
But
Moving
yeah,
on.
we're going to talk about The Exorcist, even though I said we weren't going to talk about it. But guess what? I'm a rule breaker.
Your own rule breaker?
Fuck, that's the best kind of rules to break is your own rules.
Bobby's like the rule breaker that's like, I'm not going to write in cursive today. Watch me, I'm writing in cursive.
One of the problem is I'll tell myself, don't do that, Bobby. Then my other side of the brain's like, you don't like being told not what to do. You're going to do it anyway. That's what the trick is. You tell yourself, do not talk to that girl. That way it's like, oh, yeah, the double negative cancels everything out, so you just don't talk to her.
Yeah.
I know how my brain works.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid, but it works.
That's that some mental synapses that guys have until they're like 28.
No, it's the hair
No,
product.
I still I know exactly what you're talking about, especially as a Gemini.
Yeah.
You have two very distinct,
Okay.
sometimes three voices.
To be fair, you are a prime example of somebody I'm like, don't do that. And you're like, but I want to do that. But it's like,
I
you
will
just
stare
told me,
directly in her eyes like a cat and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
can
you
see
gonna
that.
do, Becky?
you got to clean it up. It's your stuff.
Yeah.
I knocked this cup over. Okay, that was your cup. I don't know what you're talking about.
The trick is you knock over Becky's cup
Beck, you'll
next
be
time.
like, we're in public. Do not grab my boob. Honk. Like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I
Just
mean,
tell
it
her.
is your body, and I do respect your
Uh-huh.
consent.
Just tell her next time, please grab my boob, and then she'll be like, wait, she wants me to do it. I'm
I'm
not
like,
gonna
we're
do it
in
now.
public, Becky.
Oh, I know.
Oh no, that'd be fucking funny as shit.
Oh my God, that
Jesus.
is so inappropriate.
So inappropriate. But yeah, we're gonna talk about The Exorcist. It's arguably the most well-known horror movie of all time, and there was a bunch of shit that happened on it. Like, you had they had a lot of creepy shit happen. Irish actor Jack McGowan. Let's call him Mac.
Yeah.
Who plays Burke Dennings in the movie, died unexpectedly just days after the film wrapped. A special effects worker and a security guard dying while the movie was in production, and then the entire set burning down for no apparent reason, except for Reagan's room.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And it had to be rebuilt, and it pushed back production by 6 weeks.
Well, yeah, and to me, like, it only makes sense that the pinnacle horror movie of all time is one of the most haunted sets of all time.
But we got to talk about how this guy died. So, do you remember the iconic scene in the movie, and it's on the box? The priest is coming down the dark street. There's a street light.
Yeah.
And the stone steps go up to Reagan's house.
Right.
And as he's going up the steps, the demon's listening. Like, this is scary. I'm getting chills talking about it. The street lights are just right across Reagan's eyes, which are glowing that amber color. And she's like, because it's like judging. It senses this powerful good coming.
Right.
Well, he died falling down those steps.
Yep. Right.
Like to at that house.
Right.
It's horrific. And it's where the original priest, so, you know, everything's based on real, who had gone to see the boy, died down the exact same steps.
Well, I was about to say that. Wasn't the same priest that he played die in, like, a horrific manner as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fell down those steps and broke his neck.
Yeah.
Which, if they say the demon pushed him.
We'll be surprised.
And the thing is, it's like, if you're, like, the whole book, the actual Exorcist book, is all based on real events.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
And the actress who played the mom, she had a serious back problem, but it's because the director, there's one scene where Reagan, like, throws her mom across the room. What he does, and she doesn't know, is he was supposed to just gently tug her and pull her back, but he yanks her across the room. So when she has this look of fear and pain, that's real.
Yeah.
And he said, like, she ended up suing him,
Yeah.
and, like, she to this day talks shit about him. Actually, I don't know if she's still alive, but, you know. If you
Yeah.
But he said he doesn't know what came over him. He would make decisions and do it, and it was all like a dreamy blur to him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think the problem with those sets is it's like you're so immersed in trying to, like, get people to act in fear, or you're immersed in this idea of what it is. Like, they talked about Stanley Kubrick in The Shining.
Yeah.
That Shelley, like, he put Shelley, like, those reactions of what she sees with Jack Nicholson. That's all real life fear that he has put into her.
Because she didn't know.
Right. And the reactions, and I mean, there's a whole thing about talking about Stanley Kubrick and how bad of a director he was.
But what's weird about that is he treated Shelley, whatever her name is, like dog
Shelley
shit.
Long, yeah.
Shelley Long. But the kid that played Danny treated him like a gem. He didn't want the kid to know he was in a horror movie.
So here's what
he
I found
shielded
out about
everything.
that, because I did read about this, is that the reason why is because Danny had a separate director.
Oh.
And that director was ensuring that
Oh.
Stanley Kubrick couldn't do
Because
anything
Linda
to
Blair
him.
had some serious issues after The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
It's
even though they
traumatizing.
tried not to tell her, but when she's miming, you know, fucking herself with a crucifix and saying, "Fuck me, Jesus," you don't walk away innocent from that.
No.
No.
You just don't. Especially when you have to say, "I need you to do this," like you're doing this. And
And
she's so young, and come on.
Well, and the next thing that she's really known for is that ABC TV show S Club 7. Like, you kind of got fucked up when you did this horror movie.
Also, she reprised her role in the Exorcist TV show, which is surprisingly a good.
Yeah.
Only 2 seasons, but it's really fucking good.
I've heard that it was actually pretty good.
It's really good. It's got a really good build up. I was very impressed, and how they actually used the iconic line, like the power of Christ compels you. How they use that, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
they didn't just use it to say it. They built up to it. And it was like fucking
Yeah.
cash money.
I thought The Exorcist was great. The Exorcist 2, though, there's a scene at the opening, and it follows Linda Blair.
Yeah.
And she's a teenager at this point, and she's trying to go track down the source of the thing in Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this family, and they're sitting down to breakfast, and this is how the movie opens.
Yeah.
And the mom's making toast and coffee, and the 2 kids and the dad are at the table, and they're laughing. And she touches the toaster, which I guess had a little bit of water. Like, you can see the tap turn on, a little bit of water run out. You know the demon's up to some shit. But you don't know what it is because it's bright sunshine, like Sunday morning, and she touches it, and it starts electrocuting her. And the kids are screaming, and her husband's screaming, and they can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they don't know about just run into them and knock them off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think she was standing in a puddle. Like, the water had gotten in.
Oh, yeah.
But I am still traumatized by that to this day.
Right.
I am so afraid to touch a goddamn toaster. Like, you want toast, put that shit in the
How do you
microwave and figure it out.
How do you feel about the Brave Little Toaster then?
No. I don't like toasters at all.
I just think, like,
Toaster oven, keep that shit away from me.
I think when you think of horror movies, then think really far back to what you would think is one of the most iconic horror movies of all
Exorcist.
time. It's The Exorcist.
Yeah.
So it only makes
And
sense.
Rosemary's Baby.
Or
Like,
well,
if you're truly old school.
well, if you're thinking of, like, modern movies, that I always think of The Exorcist first. I might think of Rosemary's Baby. I might think of Jaws sometimes, but, like, that's more of, like, a thriller,
Like
if
a
anything.
suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, it only makes sense that a movie that is so iconic like that, with such
Mm-hmm.
like such horror in it, it only makes sense that it would be haunted or something would happen. And I think these movies that are so predominantly popular as horror movies, if you're getting that energy, if you're going to make a good movie, you're going to bring something to that.
Yeah.
Now, my sisters, when I was 3, I was maybe 4, Exorcist came on TV, and our mom and stepdad were out at the bar. And they took me in, put me in a chair, tied me to it, and then held my eyes open and made me watch it. And I'm like, that's some demonic fucking shit. Like, why would you do that? I don't think I slept for a week. I think that's literally what started my lack of sleeping when I was a kid. And then Michelle, we shared a bed, and she was like, you gotta sleep on the edge. So that night, we watched The Exorcist, and then they made me watch Orca the Killer Whale.
Nice.
Which probably started my fear of the ocean. Melissa,
you had a bad night that night.
Yeah. Well, we always had to wear these long nightgowns. Our mama made us wear nightgowns.
Yeah.
So I could hear something scritching on the floor. And then Melissa, who was like a good 9-10 years older than me, she's crawling on the floor, and she pops up over the side of the bed in her nightgown. And she looked a lot like Reagan. Like the long, curly, dark hair. And I felt Michelle behind me pee, and I didn't pee. I almost died. But I was just like, God damn it. Even as a kid, I'm like, this is some fucked up shit. Then the next morning, Michelle's like, Angie peed the bed. No, I didn't.
You like just totally threw your ass under the bus.
It's pee entrapment.
And they were like, well, Melissa's like, don't tell Mama I wouldn't tattle on my sisters unless she asked me a direct question.
Yeah.
Like, but you got to be very clear, very specific. One time, Mom was like, they were like, go admit you ate this cake. So I said, I did it. She's like, what'd you do? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
She was like, you're getting your ass beat, and they're going to get whooped.
For making you lie.
For making you lie.
No, my mom had a similar experience when she was younger.
With her sisters?
No, with her younger brother David.
Oh.
They watched Night of the Living Dead.
Oh shit.
And then later on that night, my mom didn't grow up very well off, so they shared rooms. And later on that night, my uncle David acted like a zombie in front of her, and Mom lost her shit. Also going by the Exorcist, she saw that in theaters because my mom's old. I love you, Mom. If you're listening, I'm sorry. But she saw the Exorcist in theaters, and for like 2 weeks straight, my grandfather had to go pick up my my mom's mom at the time worked the late shift at the hospital, and he'd leave to go pick her up. And for like 2 weeks straight, she went with him because she said, "I'm not staying in the house by my goddamn self."
No, that's how you die.
Yeah.
It was like just so different than what was coming out. I think Exorcist came out right when Jaws came out, and then it was also around the time Star Wars came out.
Yep.
So this is like a movie that I don't think people had really seen.
Time-changing.
Well, and it very much perpetuated this like demonic possession, paranormal like movie series. So we wouldn't probably have like The Conjuring and all of that if it wasn't for The Exorcist.
Yep.
Right. Well, my mom went to see with my Aunt Louise. They went to see Jaws in the theater. And she said it was, like, really the first of its kind.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, the gory, like, people were walking out because they were so couldn't handle Jaws. And she said there was one scene when Jaws popped out and grabbed somebody, and my Aunt Louise was eating a hot dog with mustard and sauerkraut on it. And she threw it, and it landed in this lady's hair, and this lady was like, who the fuck threw that? And Aunt Louise was like, everybody shut up.
Well, and I just went, like, I think, like, it's so important that we appreciate like these movies, because I think if we are so scared watching them, imagine having to put yourself in that mindset to act that
for months on end.
So even if you don't think that maybe it was all in their heads, maybe they all thought like Vera Farmiga or whatever accidentally scratched up her laptop or something, but you put yourself in that mindset of being scared all the time in order to get an emotion that you could put on screen. Yeah, you're gonna fuck something up,
because you have to get in that mindset, I think, to truly act it. But you know what? There's been hauntings on comedy sets, like 3 Men and a Baby. It's literally captured on film, like the ghosts that followed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the urban legends of it. Yeah. And, you know, Shudder actually did an entire series that you can watch, I think, right now. And it's called Curse Film Sets. Yeah. And it's a docuseries about all the different film sets, including The Poltergeist, Exorcist, all of these movies. We covered a very small list of them, but this isn't like a thing that just one and done. It's that probably also because these movie sets are so old. Like, think about Warner Brothers. Yeah. Like, they've been around since early 20th century.
Yeah. No. One of the guys I watch on YouTube, Nuke's. Shout out to Nuke's Top 5. He does
and he does top 15s too. Yeah. I love this.
He did. There was one of those ghost ones where this girl from TikTok. She works for Warner Brothers, and the Conjuring sets are still there, and spooky shit still happens.
I guess. Okay, here's his voice. And in this movie, and then you.
No, that's Chills. Nuke's is. Yeah, no, but they're similar.
Yeah.
I like Nuke's better because he doesn't have the whole Burger King foot lettuce thing. After that became a meme. Yeah. But no, I'll show you Nuke stuff. It's really cool. If you're curious
about what I look like, go to my Instagram.
And then listen to me making these really shitty rap videos.
Oh my God.
He makes, it's bad. He made one about Siren Head.
What?
Yeah, it's not great.
I would think at that point, though,
but I do like Nuke's top 5 and 15s.
If you're going to dismantle, like, you would think you would dismantle that set. But we have learned, like, watching, we were watching a special yesterday on ABC, and you could see, like, these people reuse their sets. Like, there's a new show called United We Fall. It's the King of Queens set.
Nice.
So it's like, I kind of get why they reuse the sets and stuff like that. But if I'm having, like, real creepy shit happening, I'm dismantling that shit, blessing it, moving on. Let's make a Disney movie.
There's a lot of stuff at the Warner Brothers stage. Like, they talk about all the time. They see these old actors, or there's a set door that appears that they don't know where it goes to.
Like the whole the stairway, the whole stairways in the trees thing.
Yeah.
Stairs to trees.
So, I mean, even like Lana Parrilla has talked about, the haunted set. Like, they joke about it. It's a joke, but they're like, we don't really want to go on set after hours by ourselves.
And I think it all just
Can you imagine those hundreds, those people who invested in that, like, is John Wayne running around?
Right. Well, think about the energy that's been left on those sets after so many years. Like, Warner Brothers hasn't really changed in, 100 years?
Yeah.
However long it's been around. Like, though, that set is probably almost exactly the same, other than getting updates, other than all of that, in the same location where 100 years ago we had people shooting these movies. So that energy is just building up.
Yeah. And when talking about the energy, like I said, you're doing a script. It's just a script, but it's words, and it's calling all this energy to it.
Yeah.
Also, there's this urban legend that the Tiny Toons, we're tiny, we're toony. It's the Warner Brothers lot. We run around the Warner Studio lot. Well, it's because that they made the Tiny Toons, the Animaniacs, because to explain away like the little things that happen on set. It was just a funny story, like, it was the Animaniacs, the little gremlins, like moving all that stuff around.
I think Hollywood history, like, is so interesting, not even just with the hauntings and stuff like that. It's the fact that there's such a history. It's just a small history of something that we see every day. Like, you see stuff, you see movies every day, you see them on TV, you see commercials for them, but that is an era of stuff that has built up over years. And it's just to hear the stories about, like, even like Charles Manson and how that ended the golden age of movies, and then seeing these gritty movies, and then seeing the superhero build up.
And then you have like the Macbeth play and the actors who've been in that, and then they walk away and shit. It's truly cursed. It's cursed play. Yeah. And then like the Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee, what happened to them? Yep. And you're like, it's truly Hollywood curses seem to be real.
Yeah.
You know what?
Native Americans.
It's like that song, and when we did the cursed movies, we did the cursed songs.
Yeah.
Right, in the cursed poem. What is it, Blue Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday Blues.
Yeah. It's Blue Sunday, yeah.
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 Don't sing it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like dying today.
Yeah.
Becky, where can they find us?
Not on the Exorcist lot.
Not on the Exorcist. You're going to find me in the comfort of my own home playing Animal Crossing and Valorant. That's where you're going to find me on new developmented property. No ghosts, please.
I would love if Valorant had a ghost. It's just like, hey, girl.
If they do like a Halloween thing where a ghost pops up, I'm going to have to quit playing Valorant. I'm just going to put that out there right now.
You're like hiding in the corner waiting. You're like, I'm going to get them as soon as they run by.
Right.
I mean, that's what kind of Omen is, if you think about it.
Then the Exorcist is like, your mom sucks cock in hell. I'm done with this game. I'm done.
You want to get the little kids out of this game? Your mother sucks cock in hell.
Yeah.
That's what we actually should use as an insult whenever we play Valorant and the little kids start talking. Your mother sucks cock in hell.
Then you can put it on a list.
Yeah.
I'll just say it to anybody.
Yeah.
Be like,
on a random note before we finish, and I gotta get all this social media shit out. I bet my dad $50 he couldn't remember where the quote, "You never start a land war with China" came from, and he did not remember it. And I cannot believe he did that, because that movie we have watched 1,000 times.
What movie is it?
Do you know which one? Princess Bride.
Oh,
you never start a land war with China.
Fair.
Anyways, you can find us on Facebook at The Free Rotation Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at The Free Rotation. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch also at The Free Rotation. You have to look at the Free Rotation podcast on YouTube. We are affiliates of Weeby Geeks. Check out all the great other podcasts at WeebyGeeksPC.com. And you can check out our backlog of other podcast episodes and other shit at TheFreeRotation.com. You can find us on every podcast app. Check us out. Leave us a review. Let us know we're doing great. Come subscribe to us on Amazon Prime.
Or just come on us.
Or not. Your mother sucks cuck in hell. Wait, I said socks cuck. I said socks cuck. Never mind. It's over.
It's staying in. If your mother sucks cuck in hell, please refer to some help.
Please report her to the authorities.
Right. Hi. Okay, I'm going to redo that. Fuck, that sounded awful.